There is further fallout from the Epstein files. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer says the disgraced former Prince Andrew Mountbatten-Windsor should testify before the US Congress about his links to the deceased child sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. His comments come in the wake of newly disclosed US government files on Epstein, which include thousands of videos, images and references to public figures, including the former British Prince and US President Donald Trump.
3 million pages, 2,000 videos and 180,000 pictures, mentioning people such as the US President, the then Prince Andrew, and Elon Musk. These are just a sample of what the enormous amount of new documents released by the Justice Department contain.
We did not protect President Trump. We didn't protect or not protect anybody.
The latest Epstein files were made public after they were withheld from an initial release in December. The new records include thousands of references to Donald Trump, including emails in which Epstein and others shared news articles about him, commented on his politics, or gossiped about him and his family. The then Prince Andrew's name appeared several hundred times, including in an email chain which the Prince invited Epstein to Buckingham Palace in 2010, the month after Epstein had been released from house arrest for procuring an underage girl for prostitution. There were also exchanges between Epstein and powerful businessmen, such as billionaire Elon Musk and Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates. The late Jeffrey Epstein and his relationships with the world's richest and most powerful people have been a source of intense intrigue for conspiracy theorists, online sleuths, and parts of Trump's MAGA base. But the man responsible for the latest release is not convinced this tranche will end the focus on the files.
There's a hunger or a thirst for information that I do not think will be satisfied by the review of these documents.
Blanche said the release marked the end of the process, but survivors of Epstein's crimes have said in a statement, this is not over.
Andrew Lownie is a journalist and the author of the book entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York. I asked him how damaging this latest release is to the royal family.
Well, I think it's very damaging to Andrew and to Sarah Ferguson. I mean, I think this is really the nail in their coffin. I think it's an opportunity for the royal family. I think if they seize this and totally distance themselves from Andrew, I think are open about when they knew about the problems with Andrew and why they didn't do anything about it then I think public disquiet can be satisfied. But I think if there's a sense that Andrew continues to be able to be protected by the royal family, then I think this is going to cause them big problems. I understand that the FBI, for example, passed information to the Metropolitan Police, for example, several years ago that wasn't followed up, and that the royal family knew about many of these allegations some time ago and did nothing there. It seems to be that they only react once the story goes public.
Now, how damaging is this for the king?
Well, it makes the king look very weak. There's a big dispute about who has actually been responsible for driving Andrew out of Royal Lodge and out of public life. Some people say it's Prince William, who's kind of stiffened Charles's sinews. Others say it's entirely Charles. And my own feeling is that Charles is by character not someone who likes confrontation, and so he's kind of ducked this issue for a long time. I do think that it makes him appear weak. Andrew seems to be calling the shots. We had information last week that Andrew was refusing to move to Sandringham. It doesn't make the king look like he's in control.
Now, what's the fallout of all this on the two princesses, the daughters of Andrew, Beatrice and Eugenie?
Well, I mean, there's some public sympathy for the daughters, the sense that they are innocents in this. I myself don't believe that. I'll be writing about them in the updated paperback of my book. I think the king would be wise to distance himself from them as well. I think the deal was that they would... because I think that they have also, like their parents, been capitalising on their royal links to make money for themselves.
Now, Starmer has suggested that Andrew should testify in the US. Will that take the pressure off, you think?
No, I mean, Starmer has done this in the past and he's been totally ignored. I don't think Andrew is going to give evidence. It would only further incriminate him. He's refused consistently over the many years to talk to anyone or to answer any of the allegations. So I think the only way that he can be held to account is if he is investigated and charged.
The royal commentator and author Andrew Lownie there. Thank you very much, Andrew.
Pleasure.